Good morning, let's try this again. The screen went off. I don't have much luck with technology. Welcome back to the jungle. Hope you're doing well. I had a bit of an epiphany this morning, so I'm going to tell you about that. It's very wet and rainy today, so it's not going to be the best. And the camera quality is not great. And I've got a camera lamp on the top, but I'm going to try and some music because it just freaks people out. How are you? It's all good here. It's going to be a little bit of a wobbler. I'm doing it on the GoPro at the moment. It's going to wobble. Hang on a sec. Sorry. Because I've come up with a slight epiphany. I'm going to hide under here for a bit because we'll see how it goes. It does look a bit dark, but we'll go with it. I've got my flat cap on and my hood, so you can tell it's raining. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing this thing. So yeah, so I got an epiphany this morning. I spend so much time worrying about what other people think, I don't actually get stuff done myself, which to me is a nonsense. So basically I'm sort of like turning back into a man again, I think, as opposed to being a sheep, which seems to be the way that it goes a lot of the time. Some people might say that's quite harsh. Some people might not give a shit. It's basically beyond whatever you want to do, really. But you know, I've spent so much time worrying about everything that I've forgotten to actually concern myself with the issues that work for me. So this is what I'm doing now. You know, I moan about people that get on the bus before me that have got there later. So what do? I move forward, get in front of them, get on the bus. I could stand there like a prick, but I'm not going to anymore. I've had enough of it. Nobody seems to give a shit these days about stuff like that, and to be honest, I worry about it too much. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit more, less worry and go with it. So yeah, I'm not going to be an arsehole. I'd never be an arsehole, don't get me wrong. This is not a video that's claiming me to be turning a whole new leaf and being selfish and all the rest of it. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is what people out there should do in a lot of cases, is stand up for themselves. You know, the pride thing is amazing, not the gay pride thing, which is still amazing, but the pride thing is amazing because you can turn around and be like, okay, I'll let 15 people in front of me while I maintain a level of manners. Or, you know, and I'm not talking about getting rid of manners either. This is not about that. But this is about turning around and going, do you know what? I deserve to be a little bit more thinking more about myself, which I think a lot of people tend not to do. I think this is what happens with a lot of mental health issues, is that people are so distraught by everybody else's opinion that they don't get anything done themselves. I've just realised I'm standing near a cathedral. I look like a monk. It's weird. That's as far as the religion bit goes. So yeah, so basically I'm just turning around and taking back my life, I guess. And I think people should do the same thing. I think you should turn around and be, do you know what? I'm as good as, if not better than, the person standing next to me. Because you're no worse than them for a start, you know? So that's the thing anyway. That's sort of the mindset I've got. I'm good with people, I know that. I'm good with what I do. I put 110% into everything I do. So what the hell am I worrying about what other people think? It makes no bloody sense to me. Even with the gimbal the other day, I was walking through town here and I felt so self-conscious. But why should I? Why should I care what the people think? It makes no sense. You know, I'm not hurting anyone. This is the thing. I wasn't hurting anyone. I was just doing it. You get people looking at you. I had someone look at me with the camera on as I came into the gardens. Yeah, great. So, unless I beat you over the head with it, I think you're pretty safe. And unless you're not meant to be there, I guess you're pretty safe. You know, so that's how I look at it now, to be honest. You know I'm worth it. I'm going to be worth it. And I'm going to do what I need to do to maintain that, because I think that the world at the moment doesn't want to give you a fair shake unless you actually grab what you're entitled to. And that's what I'm talking about, grabbing what you're entitled to, not grabbing extra. I'm not turning around and saying you should start effing and blinding and shouting at people for the sake of it. I'm talking about the fact is that I've hit 53 years old. Yeah? 53 years of turning around and pandering to everybody else. You know, that's the weird thing about it. It's just mental to me. It just doesn't make any sense. So, you know, I'm gonna do what I need to do. I've got my camera out here now. I'm not hurting anybody, but I always feel self-conscious about it. I'm fed up of feeling self-conscious about doing something that's hurting nobody else. In fact, in some cases, it's helping people who watch the videos. But yet I still feel self-conscious about it. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous attitude to have. I'm polite, I'm courteous. That doesn't change. I'm caring towards people. That doesn't change. But at the same time, you have to make sure that you're getting what you are not owed, but what you deserve, I guess. So my tip of the day is to think more of yourself, as I'm starting to, because I am worth it. I'm not the hair shampoo commercial. I am worth it. Ironically, I haven't got any hair, but I'm still, you know, still a good analogy. But yeah, why not? You know, I pick up tasks as quick as anybody else, if not quicker. You know, I care. I understand. I'm good for people. People turn around and after they've chatted to me and they feel good about themselves. That's it. So it's a case of not putting yourself. I'm sorry, it's the analogy of, are you a sheep or a wolf? If you're a wolf, that's what you deserve to be. If you're a sheep, that's what people try and make you to be, if that makes sense. People like control. People like to control you. People like to turn around and be like, yeah, well, this is my, you know, I mean, even at work, I will not get, I'll get credit from the people that matter, but the people that don't matter will automatically assume that they've done all the hard work when it's me doing all the hard work. That's my thing. That's what I do. You know, that's me. That's me putting 110% in, which I know is not a thing, but it's, you know, it's a fair assumption. 110% into something. And then people turn around and go, oh yeah, well that's all down. No. I did it. And I can sit there and go, oh yeah, great. Or I can turn and say, hang on a minute. I did that shit. I put my hard work into it. Don't take credit for what I've done, because it's embarrassing to you and it's embarrassing to me to listen to it. So yeah, so it's a case now of I'm not going to become an arsehole, even though some people might say I already am. Hello. But I'm going to turn around and do stuff and be proud of it and say, this is me. If you don't like it, you don't, there's nothing, it's not being funny, there's nothing not to like, but if you don't like me, or you don't like what I do, then fair play. But I'm not going to pander down now to people who want to make you feel small, people who want to take your power away, people who want to turn around and just suck the life out of you. You know, it's not happening. It doesn't, it's not respectful to me, and it's disrespectful to other people who they think they can get away with it from. So that's my thinking about it anyway. And mental health wise, I feel better this morning than I've done for ages, because I'm in the process of taking back what's mine, what I deserve, what I should have. And that to me is, you know, it's an epiphany. And that came from just one bus queue where people shuffle past, and I thought, do you know what? I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not taking it. I don't care. You know, this is it. This is what I do. So that's kind of it for now. Like I said, the video yesterday was me trying to come up with something, and in the space of a trip on a public transport, I think I've come up with it. You know, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn around. At work, people are happy with what I'm doing. They're very happy with what I'm doing. So why don't I just, you know, appreciate it? I'll be the one who turns around and goes, oh yeah, I could give it. No, I'm doing a fucking good job. I'm doing a fucking good job, and that's recognised by the people who matter, except for myself, who I always think I should be. You know, I can't sit down for 10 minutes without thinking I should be doing something. If I've done all the work, why don't I sit down? You know, why do I pace around up and down, like talking to myself? So that's kind of where I'm coming from with this. And I think it's a good plan. No one's going to get hurt, no one's going to get worried, no one's going to get bothered, or, you know, and all the rest of it. What's the time? 12 minutes past. Oh dear. So yeah, that's where I'm going with that. So thank you for watching. it's going to be a nice journey, because I'm just going to feel like I'm, you know, improving myself and improving everybody else. And the screen keeps going off, which is a bit weird, unless it's bookmarked it. I don't know. I'll find out when I edit the bugger, which I can do. Like I say, I've got on the GoPro because I'm just fed up with it. Can't be doing the other stuff. So let's have one look at the garden. You can see how wet it is. Look at that. Rain's coming down. I don't know what quality this is in, but I don't really care at the moment because it's working and it's a compact device. And GoPros are shit hot, and it takes the same microphone as a Bluetooth, so it's all good. And I've got the subscription. And what the hell am I doing thinking about buying another camera? And I've got this one sitting there with a subscription. I don't know. I'm rambling now. But anyway, that's me done for the day. I'm going to go and have a little wander and then get to work. So I shall catch you all later. Have a good one. Bye bye.